Okay, so very quickly, I wanted to show you this. This is Lois Lane of Earth 78. Uh, let's go ahead and, because I'm going to take a little bit of effort. So this is Earth 78, Lois Lane. She's about 15 to 16 years old. I didn't want to make her an adult. Didn't want to make her a little kid. Wanted to give her some curves and some proportions. Um, be thankful she's a fictional character. Let's go over the captions here. Uh, a young teenage brat and a bit glamorous, but with a sense of adventure. Lois is an artist and a creative writer, always researching for inspiration, but getting into trouble all about Small Tropolis. I finally named the island Small Tropolis Island. The Daily Pod is her job, but Superman is her purpose. So we have a young girl and her robot. I kept Superman as a robot, but maybe Jimmy Olsen can be her love interests. Like I said, this is not, it's taking apart the mythos as though the original creators never existed and then putting it back together and acknowledging their work at the same time. There's too many copycat universes. There's too many, and yes, let's praise the writers like Jeff Johns and Dan Didio and John Byrne and all the people who write and create, right? But after a while, you try to think of the newest artist and writer for Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and Flash, and you say, well, they're just doing their jobs. They do their jobs okay, but it's like, well, um, you know, there's little room for creativity anymore. I mean, it used to be in the '90s they had Elseworlds. You had Superman as Tarzan. You had Superman in the 17th century or 18th century. You had Superman in the 19th century. You had Superman come to Gotham City instead, or Russia. And now you don't see that much anymore. So here she is in a very, kind of slightly scantily clad outfits. Nothing too inappropriate, but nothing too conservative. Um, Mostly because she's on an island anyway. They're all on an island. I kind of made a decision yesterday that since this is all fan fiction, I'm gonna like throw in DC, Marvel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, Star Trek, maybe Nintendo in the same on the same planet on different islands. So it's gonna be a large planet with different islands, and each island will represent a franchise because it's not going to matter. Nobody's going to really care that much about this work anyway. And so um, I figured, well, since I'm not that popular, nobody cares or takes me for granted. I figured, why not just go ahead and just make a all for one franchise crazy planet with fan fictional characters. And I'm not going to write formal stories. I'm just doing like Alex Ross style. I do the art and I'll add a caption here and that's it. I mean, that's all you need to know. Uh, so the Earth 78 is more symbolic than it is specific. And with that, I'm going to do, let me think now. I'll, I'm going to rewrite the continuity and say Lana Lang is the adopted daughter of the Kent family. So I'll do the Kent family and Lana Lang here, and then I'll write a caption. And then I'll do Jimmy Olsen, Perry White, Lex Luthor, Brainiac, and then the Zodiac animals that run a rampant because of Brainiac, and then Small Tropolis Island. I'll draw what it looks like, and that's it. And the way I do all these, I use these markers and pens, and these are great. But unlike the Sharpies, they don't bleed through the paper, so that's important. Because less this happened here. This mess happened because I'm drawing underneath. But other than that, if you don't need to stick a paper for this. You know, when I do my when I'm doing my mosaic that I'm working on right now, that requires all the Sharpies, so I have to be careful with that on my other projects. But this is not. This is all colored pencil or pen or some kind of this type of marker that you can get at colleges and bookstores or special art stores, and they don't bleed through the paper. So that's it. I'm off to get groceries. I'm going to be cooking tonight. Maybe I'll put up another YouTube video if you're lucky. We'll see.